Imagine waking up tomorrow to discover that humanity has made its final invention. Not because civilization has collapsed, not because we've run out of ideas, but because, from that moment onward, every new discovery, every revolutionary technology, every scientific breakthrough is made by something we created. For thousands of years, human progress has followed a familiar pattern. Someone discovers fire, someone invents the wheel, someone harnesses electricity, someone builds the computer. Each generation stands on the shoulders of the one before it, pushing civilization one step further. But what if there comes a point when humans are no longer the ones pushing? What if we build a machine capable of inventing better machines, and those machines improve themselves faster than any human ever could? Would that be humanity's greatest achievement? Or the moment we surrender our place as Earth's most intelligent problem solver? This idea has become known as the Last Invention Theory. The possibility that artificial general intelligence, or AGI, could become the final invention humans ever need to create, because every invention after that would come from AI itself. To some researchers, this is the next inevitable chapter of technological progress. To others, it is one of the greatest risks our civilization has ever faced. And unlike many futuristic ideas, this conversation isn't confined to science fiction anymore. It is happening today inside universities, inside government agencies, inside the world's largest technology companies, and among the scientists building the very systems that could determine whether this prediction becomes reality. So, how did humanity arrive at this possibility? Is the Last Invention Theory based on real science, or is it another captivating story about technology racing ahead of reality? To answer that, we need to go back to a question that humans have been asking for nearly a century. Can a machine truly think? Although artificial intelligence has become a household term only in recent years, the idea itself is much older than most people realize. Long before smartphones, long before the internet, long before modern computers even existed. Scientists and mathematicians were already wondering whether intelligence was something unique to biology, or whether it could eventually be recreated inside a machine. One of the earliest and most influential figures in this story was British mathematician Alan Turing. In 1950, Turing published a groundbreaking paper titled Computing Machinery and Intelligence, posing a question that sounded almost absurd for its time. Can machines think? Rather than debating the meaning of consciousness, Turing proposed a practical experiment. If a human could converse with a machine without realizing it wasn't another person, perhaps the machine could reasonably be considered intelligent. This thought experiment eventually became known as the Turing test. At the time, computers filled entire rooms. They could perform calculations, they could follow instructions, but they possessed nothing resembling reasoning or creativity. Even so, Turing made a remarkable prediction. He believed that machines would become increasingly capable over time. He didn't know exactly how. He simply recognized that intelligence itself might not be exclusive to the human brain. For decades, progress was painfully slow. Early AI systems could only perform narrow tasks. They followed rigid rules written by programmers. If something unexpected happened, they failed. An AI designed to play chess couldn't recognize a cat. One built to translate languages couldn't drive a car. Each system existed inside its own tiny world. Researchers called this narrow AI because it excelled at one specific task and almost nothing else. For many years, this seemed to be the limit. Intelligence appeared too complex to replicate. Human common sense, creativity, adaptability, these qualities seemed impossible to code. Many experts believed human-level artificial intelligence remained centuries away, if it was possible at all. Then something changed. Instead of trying to teach machines every rule individually, researchers began teaching them how to learn. This shift from programming intelligence to training intelligence would transform the entire field. Rather than telling computers exactly what to do, scientists fed them enormous amounts of data. Patterns began to emerge. Machines started recognizing images, understanding speech, translating languages, writing code, generating artwork, and eventually holding conversations that felt remarkably human. Suddenly, AI wasn't improving one skill at a time. It was improving across dozens of fields simultaneously. The pace accelerated dramatically. Each new generation of models seemed capable of tasks that experts had previously believed were years away. And that rapid acceleration sparked a much bigger question. If AI keeps improving, where does it stop? Throughout history, every major invention has shared one important characteristic. It amplified human ability. The wheel made transportation easier. The printing press amplified knowledge. Electricity amplified industry. The internet amplified communication. Computers amplified calculation. But they all remained exactly what we expected them to be. Tools. Powerful tools. Transformative tools. But still dependent on human intelligence. Artificial intelligence represents something fundamentally different. Instead of amplifying our muscles or extending our memory, it aims to amplify or even replicate the very thing that created every invention in the first place. Human intelligence. This distinction is crucial. A hammer cannot invent a better hammer. A steam engine cannot redesign itself. Even the most advanced calculator never decides to improve its own mathematics. But intelligence has a unique property. It can improve the tools used to create future tools. That recursive quality makes intelligence unlike any other invention in history. This realization led scientists to distinguish between different levels of artificial intelligence. Today's most advanced systems are often called generative AI or advanced narrow AI. They can write essays, generate realistic images, compose music, solve mathematical problems, assist programmers, summarize research papers, even reason through complicated questions. Yet despite these impressive abilities, they still have important limitations. They do not truly understand the world the way humans do. They cannot independently pursue long-term goals without extensive guidance. They cannot autonomously master every discipline, and they lack the flexible reasoning humans apply when encountering completely unfamiliar situations. The next milestone is known as Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. Although researchers disagree on an exact definition, AGI generally refers to a machine capable of performing essentially any intellectual task that a human can perform. Learning new skills without retraining, applying knowledge across different domains, reasoning about unfamiliar problems, making plans, adapting to changing environments, and continuously improving through experience. Unlike today's specialized systems, an AGI would not need separate models for medicine, physics, engineering, economics, or biology. It could potentially understand all of them. More importantly, it could combine knowledge from one field to solve problems in another. Humans do this naturally. An engineer borrows ideas from biology. A physicist inspires advances in medicine. A musician studies mathematics. Cross-disciplinary thinking often produces the greatest breakthroughs. An AGI could potentially do this on a scale no individual human ever could. Imagine having the collective knowledge of millions of experts, available instantly, never forgetting, never becoming tired, never needing decades to earn another degree. That possibility alone would transform science. But proponents of the Last Invention Theory believe AGI is not the destination, it is only the beginning. Because once intelligence itself becomes artificial, it may no longer improve at human speed. It may improve at machine speed. And that changes everything. Long before modern AI existed, long before silicon chips became powerful enough to train language models, one mathematician imagined what could happen if machines ever became smarter than humans. His name was Irving John Good. During World War II, Good worked alongside Alan Turing at Bletchley Park, helping crack encrypted Nazi communications. In 1965, Good published a paper containing a prediction that continues to shape AI discussions today. He wrote, "An ultra-intelligent machine could design even better machines. There would then unquestionably be an intelligence explosion, and the intelligence of man would be left far behind." This became known as the intelligence explosion. At first glance, it sounds almost obvious. If humans can design smarter computers, then perhaps smarter computers could design even smarter computers. Those even smarter computers could improve themselves again, and again, and again. Unlike human evolution, which unfolds over millions of years, software can, in principle, iterate in hours, days, or weeks. Each improvement could accelerate the next. Not in a straight line, but exponentially. To understand why this matters, imagine climbing a staircase. Each step represents one technological breakthrough. Humans have been climbing these steps for thousands of years. Agriculture, writing, the compass, steam engines, electricity, computers, the internet, artificial intelligence. Now imagine that instead of climbing one step at a time, you invent an elevator. An elevator that builds better elevators while it's still moving upward. That is the core idea behind the intelligence explosion. And if it were ever to occur, the pace of technological progress might become almost impossible for humans to predict. It is from this concept that the Last Invention Theory draws much of its power. If an AI becomes capable of inventing better versions of itself, then humanity may never again be the fastest inventor on Earth. Instead, we may become the species that created the inventor.